I'm Judge Greg Shaw. I'm currently on the Alabama Court of Criminal Appeals, and I'm running for an open seat on the Alabama Supreme Court this year. We've been on a 67 county bus tour going to over 100 locations and cities around the state of Alabama, taking our campaigns out into the communities. I believe, and all the candidates who are on this bus believe, that all politics is personal, and we've been out telling people who we are, what we believe in, and listening to people. We go into these smaller communities, and we're having a lot of fun. When I got into this race last year, I made a decision to run basically on a couple of things, and I think it's what the people of Alabama are interested in judicial races, and that's qualifications and experience. And I have pretty much dedicated almost all of my legal career to the appellate courts of Alabama. I've spent 24 years working in the appellate courts, 16 years as a senior attorney with the Alabama Supreme Court, and the last 7.5 years have been with the Alabama Court of Criminal Appeals. So I've worked on thousands of cases at the highest levels in the state of Alabama, written hundreds of opinions that have been published and are relied on every day by lawyers and judges around the state of Alabama. And you know, I kind of look at it as though the people of Alabama are getting ready to hire a new Supreme Court justice, and when anybody gets ready to hire anybody, I think they're concerned about whether that person is qualified to go to work immediately, and I am. My opponent has no appellate court experience, so that's a big issue with me, and I think it's a big issue with the people of Alabama as well. I also sit as the chief judge on the Alabama Court of the Judiciary. That's the court that hears all the ethics complaints that are filed against judges around the state. I was unanimously appointed to that court last year, so it puts me in a rather unique situation of sitting both on an appellate court and a trial court in Alabama. And it also gives me the opportunity to participate in something that's very near and dear to me, and that's protecting the integrity of the judiciary in Alabama. I think the next 13 or 14 days in this election are going to be focused on integrity. Integrity in how we run these campaigns. Unfortunately, my opponent has elected to go very negative on me. But I made a promise at the beginning of this campaign, when I signed a pledge to the people of Alabama that was prepared and provided to me by the Judicial Campaign Oversight Committee, a pledge that I have signed 3 times now, both in 2000 and 2006, both times that I have been elected and re-elected, to conduct my campaign with honor and with dignity and with integrity. And I have kept that pledge, and I intend to keep that pledge through the end of this campaign. And we are responding factually to the falsehoods and the negative attacks that have been made on my family and me. But I want the people of Alabama to understand that it's too important. It's too important to our state, and it's too important to the process for campaigns to be conducted like this. And the people that I've talked to around the state are truly looking to us to raise the bar in these judicial elections. And that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm continuing with a positive message of experience, qualifications, and a conservative judicial philosophy, which is what I have brought to my legal career for the past 24 years. So I'm asking the people of Alabama to take a close look at me. Please go to judgegregshaw.com, and you'll find a lot of information on there about me, about my family's gospel music background. My wife, who is Samantha Shaw, is our state auditor, and my 2 sons, Gregory, who is a second lieutenant in the 4th Infantry Division. He's now in Iraq, and my youngest son, CJ, who is a senior at Georgia Tech. You can learn a little bit about my family and a little bit about me, and I would sure like to ask you to please consider my candidacy, and I would sure appreciate your vote on November the 4th. Thank you.